UPS, he's a busy man for the next couple weeks. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's been a couple weeks since I've uploaded any content. From my last video, I let you guys know that I was going to kind of be slowing down putting out content over, going through the winter season. Therefore, a lack of riding content and, being able to ride. But here I am again. Like 2 weeks later or so, 2-3 weeks later, I've got another video coming out with, and not going to really cover a topic. I'm just going to randomly just talk about stuff. It's a couple days after Thanksgiving. First thing I want to do is hope everyone had a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. Coming up on a couple more days until we get into December and we get into the holiday season. To me, I believe the holiday season really kind of starts with Thanksgiving and kind of onward, because it's not but just a couple more weeks until Christmas. So, but I hope everyone's doing great. I myself am doing pretty well. I've been fairly busy. Busy with work and some other things around the house, and just trying to catch up on some things before winter hits. Wasn't actually going to plan on riding today because I had some things to do around the house when I got up this morning. So I got all those things knocked out, got that done, and I thought to myself, it's really not that bad of a day right now. It's like probably in the 50s outside. It's actually pretty pleasant. I was like, I need to get on the bike and I need to go for a ride. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and grab my camera and do some filming and recording. You get little opportunities like that. It's like, hey, I'm gonna take an advantage of this. One thing I want to complain about, like I told you, this is a random motovlog. So, one thing I want to complain about. Okay, so a couple days ago, I got my GoPro out, and my batteries of my GoPro, I found that if I leave my GoPro set for a couple days, even with a full battery charge, when I go back to it, usually the batteries are either depleted or close to being dead. So I charged this GoPro I have right here. I charged it, I'd say probably 3 days ago or so, and I got it out this afternoon and was going to check the battery on it and turned it on. And I was turned it on, and 3 days ago it was 100% charged. Turned it on 2 or 3 days later, it's 60% charged. Anybody ever have a problem with these gosh darn GoPro batteries? It's ridiculous. I mean, maybe they just wear out over time. I don't have one of those like GoPro blocks like that you can hook up into the outlet and charge like 2 or 3 batteries at a time. I don't have one of those. That might be a worthy investment, but it really is aggravating, because I'm just like, batteries are so annoying. Don't get me started on just batteries themselves. It's like a battery for this, a battery for that. This dies, this it has to be recharged. I have found a way to hook this up, wire directly into the bike, but it's kind of a pain to do. But I have used it before, But you know, sometimes you just want to just grab this quick, hook it up to the helmet, and just go. You know, you don't want to fumble with wires and cables and, you know, hooking this up and hooking that up. It's kind of a pain. So, I mean, it does make it easier when you have something that is connected to the handlebars, and you can, like one of the Insta360s. I've noticed a lot of people have the Insta360s, and you know, it's hooked up to the handlebars, and you can kind of get a full 360-degree view of the bike. I mean, I like having the helmet cam. I like being able to have the view of me riding. I like that view. You know, some folks like watching that type of view, and I enjoy making it that way. But dealing with this, these batteries, and you know, planning things ahead is the key. Is like, okay, I know I'm gonna be riding, so I'm gonna have these batteries fully charged. But you know, sometimes you can't plan for stuff like that. You know, like I said, I wasn't planning on riding today. I do need to do some maintenance on the bike here, and I'll probably say that this probably most likely will be my last ride of the season. I'm gonna go ahead and get the oil changed in it, and plan some maintenance later throughout the rest of the month, and work on that. So, you know, since I had an opportunity to get out here and do a little bit of riding, I figured why not record a motovlog. And aside from that, like, yeah, you know, that little thing was annoying me earlier. Now, what do you guys do as far as the holiday seasons? Do you go out and visit family, or you know, do you have get-togethers? And like, you know, how was your Thanksgiving? You get around together with, you know, family and friends during the holiday season? My family, we typically do. We typically go see some family on my wife's side of the family. We go see some of my family as well. You know, these family get-togethers, they usually revolve around lots of food, lots of social gatherings, and you know, catching up on relatives, you know, that you hadn't seen but maybe once or twice a year. You know, you get to talk to them and, you know, do all that. So it kind of eats into some of the free time. But that's nothing wrong with that. It's good to see your family occasionally, and you know, get together with them. And so let's see. Man, we talked about just random stuff. Like I said, I'm just gonna talk about pretty much anything. Bike plans. Well, I had some plans for this over the winter. I'm looking at doing a suspension upgrade for this. I want to look at possibly getting some new fork springs and changing the fork oil in this, and possibly some new rear adjustable shocks as well. It's just a few little minor tweaks and all that too. Probably one of the bigger investments probably is getting my wife some riding attire. She wants to get a jacket and get some pants, and we're looking to invest in a new helmet. I actually did some things to her bike here recently. I might have a video of that coming out here in a couple weeks or so. I did an upgrade to it finally, and so I probably will put a video out for that. Yeah, riding next year, 2023 riding season. I plan on going to VAM, pending nothing changes. I plan on going to VAM, pending nothing changes or anything happens there. Of course, I start talking, and then all of a sudden, I'm not gonna say her name, but she's related to Apple products. She's asking questions and all, so let me just stop here for a second. Okay, I think she's done. All right, anyway, that was kind of annoying. So yeah, I'm gonna go to VAM. I saw where Mr. McStash was gonna have something up in Ohio and all. I thought that looked pretty cool, so I'm gonna read up on more details and watch more details on that and see how that is. I want to be able to get some more riding in this next season with this bike, you know, push, you know, VAM for me was like probably 230 miles or so. It was about 3.5 hours, 4 hours. It wasn't that bad. So, you know, I could do a couple hours on this bike. You know, I think you could really just go really as far as you wanted to go with any bike. It's just the number of hours you can do at a time is the key. So, but yeah, I'd like to get some more trips in this year. Look for some local trips as well. Careful there. The local group that I rode with here recently on my fall ride, Facebook group, Augusta County Bikers, they actually want to do a couple planned trips next year as well, and one of them I think they were going to look at riding into possibly North Carolina and Tennessee. So I have to see what the timing is for that. You know, I can only take so much vacation at a time during my work schedule, plus on top of taking vacation, I have to also save vacation for taking it to go, like for my wife and son, to go to family trips and stuff like that. So these bike trips in particular are specific vacations I have set out for myself to go ride and stuff and all. VAM, you know, with me going next year, like my wife, you know, we talked about her going, but like I said, this is also a first time for her, like getting on riding a motorcycle, and I don't really know if she was going to take her bike. She may go next year, but I don't know if she's going to ride or not. I'm not for sure. I mean, we could trailer the bikes down, and you know, once we get down there, she could ride when we're down there. But her to take that long trip on the bike, just, you know, first time, I'm not for sure if she's comfortable with doing that or not. So I don't want to pressure her or anything on doing something she's not comfortable about. So, but like I said, 2023 is a good ways away, and you know, I got time to make some plans and do that and figure out what I'm going to do next year. I'm going to get into this pile of cars and vehicles and stuff. So speaking of the end of the riding season, okay, you know, some of us out there, you know, we get to a point where we can only ride certain times of the year. You know, we get a winter. You know, we're not like Florida or some of the states further south that pretty much have a year-round riding season. You know, one thing I thought about earlier is that, does it make you more excited? I mean, yeah, we're not, you know, you're not exactly excited because it's the end of the riding season and you can't ride your motorcycle anymore, but, you know, being able to not have to worry about, let me correct myself, get past all this crazy traffic for a second, jeez. Okay, so when you're limited to being able to ride, like myself, and like some of you folks up there in the north that, you know, get the snow, the white stuff, the, you know, whatever, you know, when you think about it, you know, getting an opportunity to ride your bike certain times of the year, is it exciting? Because, you know, like, hey, you know, I don't get to do this very often, so I'm going to, you know, I get more enjoyment. I don't know. Does that sound stupid? I don't know. It probably does. Yeah, I don't really know what I was saying there. I mean, because honestly, you know, if you think about it, that was really dumb, Nick. I mean, you know, why wouldn't you want to ride all year long? Seriously. I mean, why would we not want to do that? I mean, if it was me and I lived in Florida and I could ride all year long, then heck yeah, I would. You know, I don't want to be parking my motorcycle and not be able to ride. I mean, what excitement is that? Seriously, that's just beyond, like, I mean, you know. Of course we're not looking forward to winter and putting our motorcycle away. Heck no, we're not doing that. That was not where I wanted to go with that. I told you that this motovlog is going to be all over the place, and you know, it's unpredictable. It's the end of the season. It's the end of the riding season for me, so I'm going to talk about whatever I feel like talking about. Crazy. Alright, well, I'm getting a little out of subject matter, and I think it's actually probably a perfect time to wrap this video up. Like I said, my upload schedule was probably going to be sporadic. I'm not going to upload as much. Like I said before, I'll have a few videos that are coming out here and there. I'm doing on my part, trying to catch up with some of you guys out there to try to watch some of y'all's videos. You know, it's difficult sometimes this time of the year, and you know, having other obligations and things to do that I don't, like last week I wasn't able to get on YouTube as much. I just kept catching a couple clips here and there and all, but you know, hopefully once things slow up after the holidays, I'll get back in the grind of, you know, watching content and pumping out a few videos here and there and making plans for next riding season and all. So, alright everybody, I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Thank y'all for watching. If you like this video, leave me a like, leave me a comment on any subject matter that I discussed earlier. If you feel free to do so, I'd appreciate it. Once again, I hope you'll have a fantastic day, and I will see y'all next time.